This episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey, this is Rob Weedoff. I play John Marston in Red Dead Redemption, and you are listening to the Nerd Corporation podcast.
Welcome to the Nerd Corporation.
What up, everybody? It's Thursday, and you know what that means.
My breast examination?
Gotta get them mammograms.
Thought you were supposed to do that last
Oh, I
week.
thought that was the parallelograms. Oh, God.
Parallelograms.
No.
It was the rhombus.
I don't think that is the same thing, my friend.
Just jiggle the handle.
Diggle, 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 diggle.
There we go. Technical difficulties.
Nobody touched the table.
It's podcast day. Welcome to episode 52. We were going to talk about Money in the Bank, but fuck that.
Fuck that.
And that's we're just going to show off some news, shoot some shit. Money in the Bank was probably the worst pay-per-view ever in the history of the WWE.
The last 10 minutes of it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even then, like...
It was pretty, humdrum. It was really boring.
Yeah, Derek fell asleep.
Well, I was really tired from the night before, but... Because I was up really late.
I will stand by the fact that it does not come anywhere close to how bad Crown Jewel was.
Well, Crown Jewel was really bad.
I think Crown Jewel was worse.
But I think
Well, but see, it's worse for it to be bad now, though. Because you've got AEW on the horizon... And WWE just keeps shooting themselves in the foot.
yeah, they just keep shitting on
But
everything.
that
do.
was, recent. That was...
Oh, yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
you know...
Yeah, but now it's like the news of AEW or
Well,
whatever
yeah,
you would
I guess
expect.
that's true.
You would expect WWE to be stepping up their game.
Going, oh, fuck, we better, be on our best.
Yeah, no, now fucking AEW has their fucking... They don't even have to try.
I know, they really don't.
Everything's just going to be, hella easy.
I picture a guy at AEW this morning hearing about Money in the Bank, and he's like, they did what?
Their promo tagline, all they ever need to say to get people interested in AEW
We don't have Brock
Lesnar. That's all they need to say.
Say no more.
And it sucked because it sucked more, I think, for me, because Cole's like, I was really enjoying this match.
Yeah.
Cole was just like, yeah, dude, this is fucking dope.
It was a dope match. And then they ended
it was
it
fucking
like that.
brutal. They were doing some crazy shit.
And that's how all
that
Money in the
fucking
Bank
power
match-
bomb from up at the top.
Yeah, dude.
Onto a fucking ladder, dude. That was fucking crazy.
That was nuts.
I still can't believe that Baron Corbin by himself chokeslammed Ali through that table alone.
Yeah.
Because usually he's got McIntyre helping him do that, but no, that was all him.
Chokeslam Parmigiana.
And for a brief 20 minutes, I don't think any of us hated Baron Corbin as much as we have.
Yeah. He actually put it in.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was definitely at the bunt of a couple of Olive Garden jokes, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but not for his ability, just for his ring attire.
Yeah.
That he for some reason inexplicably went back to.
Yeah, he goes to a t-shirt and jeans on a live show and then comes back to his Olive Garden.
Maybe he
Maybe
was
he
in
had
the wash.
Maybe he had the night off.
It was laundry day.
Yeah.
He had the night off of work.
Have you noticed when he wears that outfit and he comes out, he's always having to pull his shirt down, it's too goddamn small.
I mean, there was that, and then there was the really cool moment with Bayley.
Yeah, where Bayley cashed in her Money in the Bank in the same night. I was not expecting a same night cash in.
Yeah, me either.
Usually they wait
Forever.
a while.
Yeah.
I know they do.
What, the next Money in the Bank's tomorrow? I'm cashing in.
Oh shit.
So, congrats to everybody that actually put in work at Money in the Bank. Fuck you, Brock Lesnar.
It was just one big fucking slap in the face because he
was.
comes down, he doesn't do a fucking thing. They played his stupid fucking music. He starts running down, he pushes a fucking ladder into the camera crew, which I don't fucking think was... There was some fuckery with that shit.
No,
that wasn't planned at all.
He does not give a shit about being careful and watching out for other people.
Well, I mean, and then he comes down, he pushes the one guy that's about to get the briefcase, and then he gets another ladder and puts it up and just walks up there scot fucking free, takes it off, and he's just sitting up there. The credits are rolling at this point, and he's just like, too bad.
Guess who's back?
It's like, oh my god, I could...
Like he
I'm
knows.
not even that big of a fan, and I'm fucking pissed.
He
I'm like,
knew.
fuck you guys.
He knew this was going to cause some heat, like, by everyone. Fucking Vince is just
Why is it that every fucking time I watch one of these things, fucking Brock Lesnar comes out? It's true. I said the same thing to Angela last night, and she said that. She's like, why is it that every fucking show that you watch with those guys, that fucker comes out?
Yeah, no.
And I'm like, I don't...
Because he heard it, and then he came out.
Then it came out. So, until AEW gets rolling or until WWE gets better, we're going to boycott episodes for pay-per-views for the foreseeable future. Like the title suggests, we were going to talk about Money in the Bank, but fuck that. We're just going to shoot the shit, talk some news, and go on with our lives. So, what do we got for nerd news?
It's not really news as much per se as it is entertaining to me. I'm going to try and find the clip here. I gotta go onto my Facebook page, but I was browsing. I was browsing the free games on Steam because I don't have any money. And I was like, I wonder what they've, because sometimes Steam will put out some bangers that are like you don't have to pay to play or anything like that.
Demos or something like that.
And I came across something, and I was like, "Is that?" No. And then I downloaded it, and it totally was. There is a hack and slash game where you play as PewDiePie, and you infiltrate, what is it, TES?
T-Series.
T-Series,
Yeah.
and you're fighting robots.
So there's PewDiePie in all his glory, just hacking, slashing,
Yep.
T-Series bots.
just like generic robots. He's still wearing his stream microphone.
No, you actually, so you don't start the game out with that.
Oh, really?
You start out, like, you leave his house, and then you, like, go over to T-Series or whatever, and there's this narrator that's, like, talking to you, that's, like, a voice that you can hear, and every once in a while he'll say, "Oh, what the fuck is that?" You know, like, and then it'll be like, he's like, "I have here your legendary headset." Like, you put it on, and
For
then,
God's sake.
then they'll say dumb shit to you, like, please do it for the memes, and it's called Pew Do, like DEW Revolution.
Okay.
And I was actually having quite the time with it the other night. Like, I was like, what is this? This can't be fun. And then, like, 2 hours later, I'm like, what? Okay.
So,
Fuck, dude.
did you guys see what I posted about Vader Immortal?
No.
So, there is a VR Star Wars game, Vader Immortal, that is apparently... It's going to be like a VR adventure, like, centered around saber combat.
Okay.
So, like...
It's about fucking time.
Yeah, and they have I watched it on Nerdist News, and they have this one guy who's, I guess, a producer, I think. Yeah, a producer, Jesse Gill.
The producer.
And he's apparently a competitive lightsaber fighter. And so they sent him to go try out the game, and he was saying, like, right at the very beginning of the game, you get your lightsaber and you are taught how to use it and so on and so forth. So it seems like a pretty fucking cool game.
That's dope. I hope you get to, like, customize your saber.
It blows
would be
me
cool.
away that's like an actual, like, that's a thing now, because if you think, like, none of us were really alive, back when, like, nerdy shit was dumb.
Yeah.
If you told somebody, like, we're gonna go have lightsaber battles out in the park, they'd be like, fucking nerds.
I mean, I don't know, man. When I was a kid, that definitely would have gotten some eye rolls and some...
Well, that's what he was saying.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were saying the opposite.
No,
None of us were alive when
I'm
that
saying
was
that, like, now it's the opposite now.
okay.
Yeah.
But, like,
I gotcha.
back when, like Star Wars was an actual thing, like because I hear all the comedians like Patton Oswalt,
Oh, yeah.
and they're talking about how like this was like stuff that we had to hide from people
Or
like,
get
when
beat
we were
up.
growing up,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Well,
now it's like there's competitive lightsaber fighting.
Well, and
like,
he was even saying that there's parts of it where, like, you can turn the lightsaber on and off. You can hang it on your belt. Like,
Oh,
all
that's
sorts
dope.
of dope shit.
I hope they have like a lightsaber customization, even if it's light. Like,
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
I hope that VR is not so expensive very soon because I would love to get a setup.
And see,
Yeah.
I want to get VR, but with the PS5 coming out, like, I don't know if.
Oh, I'd get VR on my PC, like hands down.
Oh yeah, you have.
I have been here because I've kind of been keeping up on just because like I'm like, hey, maybe eventually one day, because I'm pretty sure I think my computer is VR like ready. I just don't have the equipment obviously, but I've been kind of keeping up on like because obviously Oculus Rift and the Vive are like the two big ones on PC,
Right.
and like from what I've been like reading about, just like the Vive is like just outshining. Because you remember when like the Oculus Rift was coming out and everyone was like, "Oh my god, dude! Like, what is this?"
Yeah.
And they had like I remember at one of the Comic-Cons we were at, Derek. They had there was a long line, but you could go and try the Oculus Rift
That's
like
right. That's
there,
right.
and like I haven't seen it lately now, probably because it's not a very like groundbreaking thing anymore.
Yeah.
But that was like the big one to come out. But this other one, the HTC Vive, is like.
Well,
Like,
see,
doing laps around it from what I've heard.
and my laptop claims to be VR ready.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that entails, or
I think it's mostly.
but-
I'm not the biggest computer nerd. I know a little bit of it about some of the stuff behind it, but I think it's basically just like mostly your processor and your graphics card. So if those are already like, good
Okay.
to go,
Gotcha.
because I mean, all you have to do is just hook up the headset and then have the
Yeah.
things. But one day.
In some comic news, we're gonna get the 300th issue of Spawn. And in the 300th issue, Todd McFarlane will be joined by Greg Capullo. And Greg Capullo, he did the series from 93 to 2000, and then he did a brief run from 03 to 04. And so in Spawn 300, he's gonna give out his artwork, and like it's gonna be pretty dope. The news from CBR.com says the 72-page special issue.
The special issue.
That special issue. The 72-page special issue, which is structured as a tribute to the history of the character, features contributions from other creators as well, including McFarlane himself, who hasn't illustrated the character since 1995. Other contributors include current Spawn artist Jason Sean Alexander, J. Scott Campbell, Jerome Opeña, and writer Scott Snyder. In addition to an increased page count, the issue will release with 12 variant covers, including artist edition covers that will showcase the original inked artwork of both Capullo and McFarlane. Yeah.
That's fucking sick. Like,
Yeah.
and see, I've never read much Spawn, but Spawn has always been one of the most intriguing characters to me.
Yeah, I read like 3 or 4 of the compilation books.
Oh, okay.
And those were the stories in there are so cool, and just like he was like the first anti-hero that I can remember.
Yeah.
And that was just way cool. So to see that it's reaching its 300th episode, and to have McFarlane and Capullo back is pretty fucking
that
cool.
movie was legit.
You know what?
Yeah.
That
John
movie was
Leguizamo.
dope.
And Michael Jai
fuck.
White.
That was dope as fuck. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, that movie's fucking cool, dude. I really dug the fuck out of that
Me
movie.
too.
Do you remember when he was? I cannot remember which one it was, but he was one of the Soul Calibur
Yeah,
special characters,
Yeah.
and I never actually played that
It was
one.
on the
but
Xbox version.
And he'll be in Mortal Kombat 11.
Nice.
I've actually
It's been rumored.
I've been reading. I read an article that basically squashed rumors about Ash Williams being in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's well,
Shitty.
from what I heard was people were data mining the Switch version, and that's where. Let me look it up, but yeah,
That'd be fucking rad if they got like Link in there.
Link in Mortal Kombat.
Fuck yeah. It'd never fucking happen, like, ever. But
That's like Shaggy in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, while you're looking that up, I haven't seen the third one yet, but as of 42 minutes ago, there's already a 2021 release date for John Wick Chapter 4.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Baba Yaga.
And did you see that John Wick has beat Detective Pikachu and the Avengers in their opening weekend?
Yeah, dude.
Like, I have to go see this movie.
Jesus.
You know what? I
The
wanna
first
watch,
two were
I want to watch
amazing.
1 and 2 before I go.
One is
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, so
I really like the first movie.
yeah, it isn't confirmed by NetherRealm, but yeah, like somebody data mined and they discovered Shang Tsung, Joker, Nightwolf, Terminator, Sindel, Spawn, Ash.
We saw what happened when you tried to put a Joker in another realm game, like
Yeah.
that hot garbage game, Mortal Kombat versus DC or whatever.
Yeah, that was not fun. You know who I used to wreck though with that in that game was fucking Flash, dude. And I stopped playing like the fighter games for a while and went back to Injustice 2. And then I was expecting the DC versus Mortal Kombat controls, and I didn't get those, and I was really mad.
Right here. Mortal Kombat 11, Ash Williams confirmed not to be DLC for MK11 by Bruce Campbell.
Oh,
I don't know.
man.
Shitty.
He would have been perfect, though.
I would have loved,
I
dude.
mean, he fits in so well.
Yeah, he
So,
does.
here's another piece of news I just came across. Apparently, Japan is sending Gundam models into space for the Olympics.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know what that has
Fuck
to do
yeah,
with the
dude.
Olympics, but
I don't give a fuck, dude. It's the simple fact that it's Gundam.
As long as you send,
Fuck yeah.
As long as you send up my boy Gundam Deathside.
Damn right.
Dude, I watched the first few episodes.
Episodes.
I watched the first few episodes of Ultraman. That
Yeah.
shit is fire, bro.
It's really good.
I
dude.
was like, fuck, another Netflix anime, but it's Ultraman, so I'll give it a shot. And it's like that cel-shaded 3D shit.
Yeah.
So it's fucking dope, dude. I was not expecting it to be that cool because I was jaded when I saw Baki, and I was just like, oh well.
Yeah, we don't talk about Baki.
And I know that we were talking about discussing this a little bit, but last week I finished Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
that is a fucking dope ass
my
series.
fucking god, dude.
My favorite one is still the first episode.
So I had not heard about this at all. So apparently, and it looks like it's a new cartoon. A new cartoon is coming to CW Seed called Deathstroke, and it's fucking Deathstroke.
That's badass.
I don't know how I haven't heard about that.
I haven't heard about it.
There's an anime that you need to check out if you like Ultraman.
What is it?
I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's called SSSS Gridman.
Okay,
It's fucking rad.
I'll have to check it out. Is it on like Funimation?
It's on Funimation. I've only seen the first couple episodes,
Yo,
but I really liked it. So.
that reminds me, one of the Twitch Prime, I almost said like a combination of benefits and membership. The
Membership.
Memberfit.
Member fits.
It's 30 days to Crunchyroll.
Dude, the anime scene is so fucked because there's so many like great shows that are only available on Crunchyroll, but I'd much rather watch them on Funimation.
Yeah.
See, and I took full advantage of that because I still have to see season 3 of Food Wars, and it's only on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, it fucking pisses me off.
Right?
I still need to finish the second season.
There was one anime that's only on Crunchyroll, and I'm like, fuck, really? Like, come on, man. I feel like the jaded PC people that are all butthurt about the Epic Store. It's like,
Oh, I just read
download it again. Like,
I just read on IGN that Borderlands 3 got pulled from the Epic Store.
no, what?
Yeah.
Really?
What?
That was an exclusive that they paid for.
Let me find it. Let me sift through all the stupid Game of Thrones articles.
Well, and what's funny is I just came across somebody who had shared a
It's a
post
video.
where this girl says, "Sorry, your dragon show ended stupidly."
Yeah,
It really did.
They pulled pre-orders
promise.
during their Epic Store sale, but it's a video, so it's not an article.
People are just jaded that their fucking theories didn't come out to be true.
Or did you see that one where it was just a picture of Dexter, and it was like, "I'm sorry, your show ended stupidly."
So who took the Iron Throne then?
I'm not gonna say.
It was the one I shared where the true king, it was Kevin James, King of Queens.
So here's what I'll say, and this is as I'm a pretty big fan. I really like this show a lot, even so much to the point where I'm reading the books, and the books. I hate to be that guy because they bug the fuck out of me, but the books are better than the show if it wasn't obvious enough. But
They usually are.
what I'll say is it was still really good. It just there's this level, there's this pacing of just breakneck fucking fast. Like we are just trucking along. In the first 20 minutes of the season or the series finale, we got probably the biggest death in the entirety of the show. And it's like, whoa, okay, we're doing this right now. Okay, we're doing it right now. And then the rest of it is just kind of like the fallout. And I sat there and I just thought about it. I thought about it all night, and I was just thinking, I was like, I'm okay with the outcome. It's just how they went about it. And I started thinking about it, and like, the writers of this show, it's like D.B. Weiss and Dan something, I can't remember, but they've been writing the show ever since the beginning. They've been the showrunners. And what I don't get is that HBO originally wanted to do a contract for 10 seasons. They wanted to make this, a big thing. Mm-hmm. And they came out and they're like, no, we can do it in 7. And then HBO's like, I don't like that at all. So they compromised on 8. However, it was more in the favor of those two dipshits because they got it. So season 7 was only 7 episodes long. Season 6 was only 6 episodes long. So really, we got 7 seasons with 3 extra episodes. So it just, and then it all started to make sense because then when it got announced that they're writing the new Star Wars movies, I was like, that's it. You motherfuckers are only in it for the money. That's really all it is. And you can fucking tell that they just don't care anymore. They just wanted to get rid of all this shit, so they're done with it. And it fucking shows. Like, if you take it at face value, yeah, you can be entertained. And that's kind of how I did. And then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, fuck, man. We went through some really poignant, important shit really fucking fast in 2 seasons. 13 episodes to completely bring us all around to the end. It felt like, I feel very betrayed, really, when it comes down, because if it would have went the way that, let's say they compromised and did their stupid fucking half seasons like they wanted, why didn't we get a full season 7, a full season 8, and then do a half of season 9?
It makes me I don't know, it makes me kind of think too, because from what I can remember, I'm just going to use The Office as an example because that show was huge when it was on.
Yeah.
But I don't remember it being this big. Everyone, oh man, The Office last night. It's because everyone's like, oh, Game of Thrones, don't spoil it for me. And it's like, I feel like it's weird because, after Steve Carell left The Office, that's kind of when it went kind of a little bit downhill. I still enjoyed it, but it just didn't have the same panache, But I felt like that point was when, that would be a point where those writers would just be like, you know what, he left. Why are we still doing this? But they kept going, and that show went on for 9 seasons.
I understand what they were going for, because I think that their biggest fear was the fact that they didn't want it to drag along. Mm-hmm. They didn't want it to overstay its welcome. And that's definitely something that should be mentioned when we're talking about, the quality of the seasons. I definitely understand that. But the thing is that the way that I just find it mind-blowing that the last season took 2 fucking years to film, and it's the worst one. Like, I don't get it. And the first thing is that they said that it was money. Like, they wanted to have enough money. They wanted the budget to show in, like, the giant fights, you know, the big battles and shit, and the dragons and shit. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck about dragons. I care about the fights, but not nearly as much as I care about a coherent story.
Yeah.
And, like, but there's so much shit. Like, and I'm not gonna, like, say spoilers or anything, but, like, there's a lot of shit that
I
just
think
doesn't
I think I'm the only
sense.
one here that is, like, still interested in the show.
I still think you should watch. I just think you should go into it with the caveat that, well, season 6 through 8 kind of suffer. Like, I didn't much care for 5. I really liked 6, and I liked the majority of 7. And I still like season 8. I still think that there's some really fucking cool shit in this show, and there's a lot of cool moments. But it's just when your pacing suffers so much that it's starting to feel like, okay, you didn't really explain that well. And the person that ends up on the Iron Throne, it makes sense. Because I'm sitting here going like, fucking really? That person? Really? And then it was like, okay, well, who else? Who else? Like, it totally makes sense. And it definitely feels like Martin. It feels like the guy that wrote the books. However, I'm sitting over here being a little bitch because I'm fucking pissed that they basically just let's say I'm like, I want to be a book fan, right? Let's say I want to continue reading the books. They basically just spoiled the ending of these books. And that's why I'm fucking pissed. Is because it's like, if I wanted to go be, oh yeah, rah, book guy. Well, I mean, the ending's already fucking been spoiled.
You know it was the end of the show.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, I get it, but I just wish that they kind of went, like, if they're going to fuck it up as much as they do, I kind of wish they went in their own direction. Instead of just fucking...
Well, you're probably still going to get a lot more reading the books.
Well, yeah, it'll be a lot more satisfying.
Yeah.
I just feel, I don't know. And it almost kind of makes me wonder if Martin's going to change the story a little bit here now that he knows the reaction to what's going on.
Because
I don't know.
And there's still going to be books, like, coming out after this?
There's 2 more books.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The next book is, about 10 years out right now. I mean, like, it's been 10 years out. Like, it's fucking ridiculous, but
I mean,
I get
what
it.
if it's all a big troll and, like, the book endings are completely different?
I mean, that's kind of what I was holding on to hope for, is, like, the fact that, okay, we have the show ending, and that's, standing for what it stands for, and then we have the book ending, which is, what it stands for. And, it's the same thing with, like, remakes and shit. I don't know. This whole thing of, like, Game of Thrones being overrated, get the fuck over yourself. Like, let people like things, for Christ's sake.
It's just really popular, like...
Yeah. I mean, The Office was super fucking popular back then, too, and there were douchebags being like, oh, I don't fucking get it.
Like,
Steve
it still
Carell
is,
isn't funny.
too. Like...
Yeah.
Well,
I just think it's funny that...
It was funny the other
people
day...
bitch over the stupidest shit.
The other day, a friend of mine was telling me, you seem like one of those people that, like, you don't watch the show, but you don't give a fuck either. Like, you don't, like, throw in your... And I'm like, yeah, no, I really don't. I don't, like... I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm better than anyone because I don't watch the show.
But people are,
and I think
though.
that's so fucking dumb. Like, so what?
Yeah.
Like, why are you cooler because
there's either the people who overpride themselves in the fact that they don't do something, or the people who pride themselves in doing something.
Well,
right.
That's kind of the reason why we have so many fucking fair weather ass fans out there going like, I can't believe Danny did what she did. It's not like we got fucking 8 seasons proving it that this is what the fuck was gonna happen.
You kind of sound like a South Park character.
I kind of feel like a South Park fan or a South Park character sometimes.
Wiener, 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 wiener.
Have you seen that Jack Black video?
Yeah, I love
throne, throne.
Long story short, just let people like things. Like, if they like that horrendous ending, fucking let them. Just let them.
And it's fine if you just happen to chime in and say that you don't like it, but you can just say that and
Like
Yeah.
I won't even be one of those people that's like, I don't even watch Game of Thrones unless somebody is like, so did you see Game of Thrones? And I'll be like, oh, I don't really watch it.
even watch Game of Thrones.
I think it's so fucking overrated, bro. I just
Yeah.
think that there's so many better shows that people should.
But like, I hate that unsolicited. Oh, well, you watch Game of Thrones? I don't.
I've never once seen an
Never
episode.
understood the hype.
I'm part of the 1%.
My chin is all the way the fuck up here, bro. What the fuck you gonna do?
My neck is 5 feet in the air.
That's how I feel with the James Bond movies, Daniel Craig James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
I don't subscribe to Daniel Craig's James Bond.
I mean, personally, I've just never been into James Bond.
What was the one?
Like-
Quantum of Solace? I thought that one was okay. They're not these fucking groundbreaking movies that everyone thinks they are.
Like, I've
They
seen
were
most.
never meant to be. Really.
Yeah.
I've
But
seen.
people treat them that
Yeah.
way.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen mostly
Got some fucking
all of
airs
them.
over here.
There's a few, like, I haven't gone so far back into, like, Roger Moore territory, but I've seen, like, from Connery, like, up, and hands down, Pierce Brosnan will always be
Yeah.
my James Bond.
Yeah, dude, Pierce Brosnan was my James Bond. Like, I watched every Bond
See
with
the
Pierce Brosnan.
Goldfinger one?
I don't think so.
Goldeneye. Goldeneye.
Goldeneye, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Goldeneye,
yeah,
The
yeah.
World Is Not Enough.
My knowledge of
Gold-
James Bond
Gold-
only goes as
Tomorrow-
far as the
Goldmember?
Tomorrow
the
Never Dies.
64.
I was like,
He was
Tomorrow
on.
Comes
He was on
Today.
Goldmember.
Yeah, dude, like those were primo because he was smooth and he was debonair like all
Yeah.
the other Bonds before him.
How about no, you freak?
And I understand,
Dutch
like-
bastard.
Oh, I lost it. I got all excited.
And like I understand, like that now needs a more action-packed Bond, but don't take away that like suave shit that he
It's
used to
like,
have.
here's another thing to think about. Do we need more James Bond?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, it's okay for it to go away and come
Like,
back.
I'm not saying, like, we don't need any more, but it's like, I'm not gonna be sad if, like, there is no more James Bond.
Right? Like
I mean that's kind of how I feel about the Mission Impossible movies.
same way. Like
Holy
I-
God, can
like-
we stop?
you know what?
Fucking stop.
You know the last
Mission
James, the
Impossible
last
movie?
Mission
I'm done
Impossible
with
movie
Tom
was kind of
Cruise.
dope.
I'm done with Tom Cruise and his like weird ass giant centered tooth.
Stop.
Like,
Stop, Tom Cruise. End it. End this fucking suffering, bro.
I actually like the last Mission Impossible movie, so I can't really say.
Well, you can't. You can't like it.
I mean,
No.
Can't.
You can't like it, bro.
Just like I can't like Fast and the Furious.
yeah, I was gonna
No.
say
Like-
just like you can't get enough of that Fast and Furious.
Yeah, dude, like every time one of those comes out, I'm all about it. Like the hype is always so real for me. I'm like, yes, gimme.
Wow.
Hobbs and Shaw movie of the year.
They can't do
Call
that
it.
suave James Bond shit anymore because people are gonna get all butthurt, Eddie. They're gonna be like, misogynistic James Bond over here.
Consent. I mean, even though we are
They should
pro consent.
they should name they should name one of the chicks he sleeps with consent.
Yeah.
That reminds me, last night I was, like, I always put on, like, a comedy special on Netflix when I'm just falling asleep, and I put on the last Jim Jeffries one, This Is Me Now.
Oh,
And he's
yeah.
talking about how, like, he's just going off. He's like, he's talking shit on Donald Trump, and he's like, they say if you're famous, you can get away with it. He's like, I'm famous, and I gotta tell you, they don't let you do it. And then he's talking about James Bond, and he's like, if James Bond was a real person, he would just be in and out of like sexual assault allegations. Like, walks in, yes, I'm here to see Q. Actually, you're here to see HR.
Yeah, because you did it again, motherfucker.
To those who are not, very happy with either the fact that Game of Thrones is over, or the fact that you're not happy with the series finale, I just want to introduce you to this little thing called anime.
I saw what you posted.
Literally anything that you could ever want has been done in Japanese animation, and probably better too. So,
Yep.
Feel free to hit me up. I'm
Is there a
available at
Game
all
of Thrones
times.
anime?
There's a fucking sweet anime opening.
Game of
there.
Thrones.
Game of Thrones in it.
Game of Thrones.
Like, I still feel like
So
Attack on
bad.
Titan is the anime version of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, attack. Everybody dies,
Yeah.
and like
Like,
Well, great, you spoiled it.
I don't know. We were like way behind on because Attack on Titan finally came back a couple weeks ago, and we've been really behind. We were behind like 3 weeks.
I gotta like rewatch that shit. I don't remember anything.
Holy fuck, the season's really good, dude. It's like really, really good.
Oh shit. We need to get on My Hero, the My Hero movie.
I know.
It's pretty awesome.
I've been ready.
So am I. My body
I've
is
been ready.
my body is ready.
You should. I don't know how
Fuck,
much
I'll
of
just
a.
download it.
I don't know how
if
much
we
of a
ain't
fuck you guys really give, but I have that Broly Dragon Ball Z movie, really fucking good as well.
I'd be down for that.
Oh, it's
like,
fucking amazing.
Down as fuck.
It's
for
like
that.
probably, I'd say it's probably the best Dragon Ball movie, like hands down. Like the animation they got in that fucking bitch, crazy.
Yeah,
So,
I'd be
yeah,
down
I
as fuck.
Just have an anime night.
I don't know. Anime is so fucking underrated. And I saw this meme the other day where I was like, "Are we good?"
Yeah, I just thought I heard somebody yelling.
I heard voices too.
Yeah.
All right, crazy.
I saw this fucking meme the other day where it was like, and I think it was you that posted it. It was fucking anime is Game of Thrones for people that aren't normal, or something like that. I just thought it was fucking. I was like, that's pretty true. Like the level of affection people place towards these fictional fucking characters.
I think more specific, My Hero is that anime.
My Hero is easily the best anime that's airing right now. Simply
and
for
I
the
feel-
fact that they put so much love and care and attention into their characters, and there's more than like 5 characters to actually give a fuck about.
Well, and I feel like it's
there's
very accessible to non-anime people.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, like originally, my go-to anime to recommend to people who aren't into anime is Death Note. Death Note is so just kind of easy to understand, and
yeah.
it's like its story is very compelling, and it's
Super suspenseful.
Yeah, it's
Death Note was the first anime that I like watched that was like, okay, if I can find more of this, then I can definitely get.
That was actually the first anime that I like watched like actually. Because,
that like binged, yeah.
Because like I was dating this chick, and she was like, back then I was like, okay, anime, whatever. Like I'd never seen it before, and she was like super into it, and like she got me to sit down and we watched like, I think. Because I know on Netflix they don't really... Do they classify it into seasons? Because I know they don't do that with a lot of anime. They just have like...
it's just one straight.
Well, so
season.
because she had the box set, and I think we watched what was considered like the first season, and I was like...
So
Yeah,
the way that
pretty
you
badass.
could go about it is like, and it's kind of weird to say it like this, but like if it has a different opening, there's a pretty good chance.
Yeah.
But there's also those like really weird anime where it has 2 openings per season. Like technically, the first season of Attack on Titan has 2 openings. So I don't know. It's really kind of weird to like what is and what isn't a season. But
I don't know.
the way they're normalizing it now because they're going, especially with like My Hero and Attack on Titan, they're going on like, this season of Attack on Titan is 24 episodes long, but they cut it in half, so they're sticking with what it is. But like, and My Hero's doing the same thing. It's fucking weird. I don't understand it. All I know is that it's like, it's done, and then it's like, all right, see you in 6 months, and then after that, it's like, fuck, man.
So how close are we to new?
My Hero?
It's October, I thought.
October.
for God's
yeah, no,
sake.
we still got a while.
Fucking ridiculous.
It's anime for you.
Yeah.
I had to wait a whole goddamn year for more One Punch Man.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, I really appreciate it because that means we're not getting filler shit.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to end up like Naruto and have like 300 fucking episodes and like 1/3 of it is fucking filler that has nothing to do with the books at all.
I'll just occupy myself with Rick and Morty. Love me some Rick and Morty.
You got some time. You got some time to kill until then.
Yeah.
That's coming out after October, isn't
Isn't
it?
it fucking
it's-
November?
No,
Yeah, it's
oh yeah, it
November.
is. I thought it was coming out like this May.
It's
What's
fucking
coming out this
forever.
Oh,
May?
dude, November.
Well, fuck me.
Yeah.
That's what I was just thinking. Like
Sorry, you're not my type.
after like I eventually finish Days Gone and get the strength to try and platinum Mortal Kombat because it's just grindy.
Oh
it
my
is so
God.
grindy. But I just keep going because I'm like, it's gonna be so worth it because it's 0.3% of people have that platinum.
Yeah, dude.
Like, that is nothing.
Yeah.
I want to be part of that.
I mean,
I want to be that
people that
number.
don't have the platinum are all people like you, where it's like, fuck, there's
Yeah.
so much grinding.
But, like, after I do that and finish Days Gone, like, unless we see Last of Us this year, like, I have nothing to do.
Yeah, nothing is on the
Fuck, doesn't
horizon.
it feel so good though?
Kind of, but not.
Oh god, I've got this backlog that's just this horrendous beast behind me.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
eyes
yeah,
are fucking
yeah.
shining in the dark. And
Yeah,
it's like,
I
fuck,
can't remember the last time that I even played Ni no Kuni 2. I have to go back and get back into that.
Dude, like what is it? I have one more trophy to get in South Park. Yeah, South Park, the Fractured Butthole. And like I'm just doing it now cuz like I'm already like cuz playing Days Gone, I love playing Days Gone. I'm already burning out though cuz I'm like eager to get to the end. Like I'm just eager to get there. So I was like, "Can I just go there?
Yeah.
Can I just go there?" And then
yeah, dog.
And then Mortal Kombat, yeah, it's a fucking grind and a half. Like, all I have left is the 5 intros, 5 victories, the 250 and the 125 towers, and the
Hanging
spearing.
That's exactly what I have, except I still haven't gotten the run 5 miles.
Yeah, you'll just get that.
I know. I just go in there and I just run around and I just go do towers and get coins. And because the one thing I want to do, there's 2 chests in there in Goro's lair that you go through, like the fire traps, and there's 2 in there, and they're like 80,000 coins a piece.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is in there?
Yeah, dude, I got those, and it wasn't.
What was it?
It was nothing. It was just regular shit.
Oh my god.
Like it was just a fucking really expensive chest, and then like I opened up that spot where you with the dragon medallion.
I still haven't done that.
I opened that spot up. I go down there. There's like a puzzle, and I had one of the because there were 3 pieces in that puzzle. Man, I am on one today.
Puzzle? That sounds fucking
we
disgusting.
don't even have a script.
Is there puzzle coming out of it? Gross.
That's what you call a pussy puddle, bro.
It's what like my uncle would call a puzzle when I was a kid.
Puddle of puss.
Puzzle?
You gotta finish the puzzle.
That's racist.
Mijo.
Mijo, you gotta finish the puzzle to get through the game.
Ay, cabrón.
But yeah, and so like, I had one of the pieces of the puzzle, and then I had to Google the other 2 pieces. But one of the pieces, you have to go into this area, and there's an area where you have those the ones that you use soul fragments on, the green locked things, and it's 10,000 soul fragments to get that piece.
Good fuck.
And then it's 10,000 soul fragments
Y'all are fucking madmen for trying this shit.
to dilute it in this river or whatever. And so I have to have 20,000 soul fragments.
Dude, when I finally found Ermac and I got his thing or whatever, I had like 2,000.
Yeah.
And they're already almost gone.
Yeah, dude, no. I've already had like I had like 2,500 or some shit like that, and I got those out of the way, and then I got like another 1,000, but it took me like a day and a half. And I'm just like, how the fuck am I going to get 10,000?
I told you about the easy way that I read about online to get all the towers and stuff, right? Where you just go, you do that severed head thing, but if you do it with 5 people, then that's like 200 towers.
Oh, really?
It's because you're leaving and coming back, so you're technically doing a tower, and then when you get those 5 things, then that's where you equip your victories or whatever, because you get one from each of them. And then the guy online said that will in turn, like on your way while you're doing that, you'll get those tower trophies.
Holy shit, no, dude! I'm gonna have to start doing that because I'm doing like full time towers, but I'm racking up fucking coins, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'll do like 3 or 4 of those time towers, dude, and I've got like 200 grand and shit. And I'm just like, all right,
You still get a pretty decent amount if you just go through and do the thing to get the heads. But yeah, I got Kano's and Frost's.
I got Johnny Cage's, and that was it. But yeah, dude, that shit's gonna be a grind and a half. I'm getting that fucking platinum though.
Oh yeah, I'm right
Like,
there with you. Like literally.
It's fucking 2039. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 45's already out.
PS15 is
Yeah.
out. Like, is this backwards compatible?
Fucking arthritis in my hands trying to put.
Gonna get it.
Um,
I don't get in here.
Gotta get this before my lumbago sets in.
fucking A, dude. But it's just grindy. It's doable, but it's grindy.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's like one of the, because it's an easier trophy or platinum to get. Because I went back into Mortal Kombat 10 and I was like, I wonder what I have to do here, and then it's just like reach level 50 in your fucking squad, and I was like, oh good lord,
Yeah.
like no, like none of that's gonna happen.
Oh, I also need to do that group challenge because I can't
yeah.
find out how to do that shit because it says you just have to do the tutorial towers and then find a boss tower. But every time I find a boss tower, it doesn't like ask me if I want to like find a
it's the
team.
one that says like with 2 other players, right?
Yeah.
Do you not have to do it with like 2 physical human players, or can you just do it?
I don't know. I think it has to be with like human players. But I don't understand like how or what I need to do. Like I've looked up videos and I've Googled shit and I still don't know what to do. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. I'm actually like getting a good amount of trophies in fucking Days Gone too.
Yeah, me too.
Like I just got the 100 stealth kills one.
Yeah, me too. I just got that today. This morning I got it.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was one of the ones I had to grind out. I got the platinum. You guys already know this.
Yeah.
But, not really that hard of a platinum.
It doesn't
At
look
all.
like it. The thing that looks the most like grueling to me is the collectibles.
That was the one that I had the most friction on.
Does that include like the historic landmarks?
Yes,
You just need to use some lube.
that's true.
Because like those are all on the map.
You're right. I
anyways.
put on.
Yeah,
Tiny
like you
Dan-
can see them on the map.
Yeah.
I put on Tiny Dancer by Elton John, and I was totally fine.
Hold me closer, Tony Danza.
So
I know
Boss out on the
I would feel
highway.
safe and warm if Tony Danza was holding me.
the audience doesn't know anything about this, but I told you guys a story last night about how Amazon charged my card.
This is the saddest story.
I have an
y'all.
update.
Oh,
though. I have an
okay.
update.
All right, you're smiling.
So-
He's smiling.
Well, I wasn't gonna play the fucking game in the first place, so.
All right, so tell the story.
So
Give these people
what the
story.
fuck? I'm sitting at work on Saturday morning, and I get a charge on my because I have the app that tells me when my card is being used, and it says
Holy God!
6843 from Amazon.com pending charge. I was like, okay. I just thought it was really. I thought it was strange, and I'm like, I order shit from Amazon all the time, so I'm like, all right, what was it? What can I expect in the next couple days? And so I go in there and I can't find it like anywhere, and I don't know why.
Oh, we're kind of the same.
Yeah.
I don't know why I couldn't find it. So I called.
Like his are a little worse.
Yeah.
It's like you, him, and then. Bang!
Sorry, we're just kind of switching glasses around to see who's blinder, and it's Cole.
I borrowed Cole's glasses and I was like, oh my God! I can see the future!
That's what happens when you play video games your whole fucking life.
Oh, well, mine aren't that bad, and I play video games my whole fucking life.
I don't wear glasses and I've done some shit to. Like,
Done some shit.
I've seen some shit.
I synced it.
I've seen it.
Go on.
I called my bank first and foremost, and I said, hey, can you tell me like where this came from and everything? And they're like, no, we don't really have that kind of information. So I was like, okay, I'm thinking the worst because there's like a breakout of card fraud shit going on in our valley right now.
Yeah.
And I kind of was like, all right, worst case scenario, I'll just cancel my card, no big deal. And so I called Amazon afterwards, and they told me, oh, it's for Persona Q2, or collector's edition, whatever it was. And I ordered it a long time ago for Angela. And so I was thinking, well, that's fucking weird, because that game doesn't come out until the 4th of June. So I was like, so why did... And I've ordered shit from you guys for years at this point. You've never, ever charged me on a pre-order this early in advance. I'm sorry. Like, I have to cancel that because it seems really weird. There's shit going on in my hometown, blah, blah, blah. Just, being absolutely as careful as possible. Then, I find out that, so I canceled it, and they were going to give me my money back, right? And I was just waiting for the money to come back into my account. Afterwards, I'm sitting there watching that horrendous fucking pay-per-view, and I'm scrolling through Facebook, and I follow a Persona fan page, and it said, warning, look out for spoilers. Some people are getting Persona Q2 a little earlier than expected. and it's like showing all this thread of all these people that are getting the game early. So immediately it clicks. Holy fuck, I was one of the lucky people that got a game early as a fluke in Amazon's fucking...
Yeah, and then there was even an article directly saying, like, by some error, all of these, like, a certain group of people are getting theirs early.
So I'm thinking, fuck me, what the, what the hell,
Son
like,
of a bitch.
The one time it could like, the thing that we dream about, like a game that you're super pumped for and it's getting shipped early. And
you're getting it before anyone.
Yeah, no shit. And then I got an email today. So, and I'm watching that pay-per-view and I'm like, all right, fuck my life, whatever. I get an email today says it's still on its way.
Yay!
So I was like checking my bank account and I was like, it's still there. Like the charge is still there. So I've been calling my bank a lot lately just because their fucking mobile app is down. And their mobile banking is down and their app is down, like, completely. Wow. So I called in and I said, because they're just doing maintenance. Oh. And I called them and I was like, so can you tell me anything about that charge from Amazon for, 68 something? And they're like, oh yeah, that went out on Saturday. I was like, so there was nothing? Like, it was, because it was originally supposed to come back, the money was supposed to come back to me. She's like, no, there's nothing like that at all. So I guess the chick that I talked to from, Amazon customer service was just like, this fucking guy wants his money back. We're Amazon.
Fuck
we don't
you.
get money back. So,
Shows that meme of like the businessmen just laughing.
And it's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So yeah, I'm getting a fucking video game that I didn't even want in the first place.
Hey, that's where I'm at with Days
That's
Gone.
where you're at always. You never
know.
remember to cancel.
And then most of the time I
Just
end up
finish it. It's got a great fucking
I end up
ending.
keeping it. Like that same thing happened to me with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I did actually want this game and I can't afford it, so I'm keeping it.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
I'm not saying I don't still want Days
Right.
Gone. I'm just saying I wasn't planning on getting it when
So
I got
soon,
it.
yeah. Fuck yeah. Speaking of games and shit, I sacrificed my identity for the betterment of the Nerd Corporation. I changed my PSN name to the Nerd Corp Podcast.
Yep.
No issues so far. So, I'm good.
Just don't play Bloodborne, because that's the game I've heard that has the most issues.
Yeah, I don't play
Fucking
Bloodborne
really?
anymore.
I still have to play through that.
So yeah, follow Nerd Corp Podcast on PlayStation if you play Station.
And going off of that, fuck Brock Lesnar.
Fuck Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll call it here. That concludes our episode. As always, you can follow us on social media.
On Facebook at the Nerd Corporation, a podcast.
On Twitter and Instagram at NerdCourt Podcast.
Or you can shoot us an email at nerdcourtpodcast@gmail.com.
And if you want to say fuck Brock Lesnar with us, subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/NerdCourt Podcast. Several tiers of loot to have access to, from stickers and shirts to new episodes and bonus content. So for the Nerd Corporation, my name is Eddie Lyon.
I'm Cole Simper.
I'm Derek Reese.
I am Nick Lewis.
Yeah, you are.
Goddamn right.
I am Luke.